Hello. Hey guys, CryptoDad here again. Thanks for joining me on a special live stream where I'd like to open some of the holiday goodies that were sent to me by my affiliates because I was very touched by their outpouring of gratitude to me, a lowly YouTuber. So, and I'll of course be answering questions with for anyone that wants to jump in. So let's jump into this thing. All right, welcome everybody. I'm here with the rig. Kitty has decided to join us, and I've got a nice hot cup of cocoa in my M22 cup. M22 is a very beautiful and famous highway in northern Michigan, which kind of winds its way along the Leonau Peninsula, which would be considered the pinky, right? If you're looking at, can I do it this way? Yeah. So like from your, I hope this is the right orientation for you. This would be Detroit. This is West Michigan. And here's the pinky up here. Very beautiful. But anyway, so I wanted to go through some of the gifts that I received from my affiliates. And as you know, I mostly focus on education, and the products that I push are hardware wallets. I talk about a lot of types of crypto wallets: desktop-based wallets, browser-based wallets, phone-based wallets. But really, the main thing that I advocate are crypto hardware wallets. So I've got some gifts from some of those companies that I talk about most of the time. I would talk about them anyway. So let's see. The first one, I've already highlighted these. Ledger sent me a Ledger Nano pod for holding the Ledger Nano X, which was very thoughtful of them. This is a, whoa, oh well, so much for that. That was the pod, which unscrews. And I've got some links there in the bottom of the video if you're interested in any of these. I think the pod is now available. But then the other one that Ledger sent me was the case, the Ledger Nano X case. So pretty cool too. Just the right size for a Ledger Nano X. If I can get it open. There we go. And it goes right in there, right? Whoops. So I've got this Ledger Nano X Black Market Edition, but I bought that. I got that with the Ledger Market. But anyway, just very thankful for my association with Ledger. They're a great team over there. Also, the CryptoTag team, which has been really wonderful to me this last month or so, sent me a bunch of demos and some holiday treats along with the demos. And they noticed when I recorded my CryptoTag demo that I used up one of the crypto tags that I had. And they asked me, oh, well, is that part of one of your phrases, or did you kind of waste that one by tapping in the words on that? And I said, no, it's really not one of my phrases. And so they said, oh, well, we'll send you another one. So they sent me a crypto tag Zeus. Now, this is a metal medium for recording your 24-word recovery phrase. You know, those words are very important, more important than the hardware device, right? The hardware device that you're using, whether it's a Ledger or a Trezor, can be lost, broken, or stolen. But as long as you have your backup phrase, you can always restore to a new device. And this is a great way to store your backup phrase in a very durable format, waterproof, fade-proof, fireproof, just, you know, bulletproof even. This is pretty cool. So I was very, I thought that was very nice of them to send me a whole nother CryptoTag Zeus when they saw that I had used it up partially when I did my demo video. And last but not least, this is really the one that I wanted to share with you guys. I got this package from Trezor today. It's pretty cool. And so the first thing I'll show you is a cool Trezor t-shirt, which is very awesome, right? Black, I love it. Just my size too, extra large, not too tight around the sleeves. So that's pretty cool. I really like that. And I wanted to share this with you. They sent me this little card here. It says, Dear Rex, thank you for your dedication to pushing this world closer to Bitcoin adoption. We deeply respect your passionate approach and the value you bring to the community. Your Trezor affiliate team, Mikanda and Alina, or Mikella and Alina. Very, very nice card. Now, they also sent this, which I haven't even opened yet. I'm not sure what this is, but I wanted to show you a couple other things here. Some Bitcoin stickers. Awesome, right? They sent me a case. Whoops. And I believe this case is just the right size for a Trezor Model T, if I'm not mistaken. Right, there's my Model T. Just drop it in there. Very, very nice carrying case for the Model T. Or I'm sure a Trezor 1 would fit in there too. They're about the same price. Nice pencil from Satoshi Labs. Nice pencil. Some socks. Yeah. Oh, Satoshi Labs, right? Some nice socks for the Christmas. And let's see, what else we got here? Trezor stickers, a whole bunch of those. Some nice Trezor stickers. Whoa. And, oh, this is a tote bag, which is also really cool. All right, I'll check that thing out. It looks like it would be good for my laptop. Now let's open this box and see what else they sent me here. I didn't want to open it until I was sharing it with you guys. Boop-a-doop-a-doo. If it'll even come open. I don't know, Kitty. What do you think? Can you help me? No? I might just have to cut it off. It's too... All right, I'll give it a shot. I think I might be able to pull this off. But then again, maybe not. By the way, my wife has been wrapping Christmas presents all day. She says she's tired. She's been wrapping like crazy. So here we go. Let's the big reveal. I'm not sure what this is. Oh my goodness. This looks really cool. Wow. Oh, mandel. Oh, it's chocolate. Ooh, that's very nice. Wow. Well, Kitty, what do you think? Oh, Kitty likes things that crinkle. Ooh, oh, these look like truffles. Oh my goodness. I won't eat on camera. Mandel, almonds, and milk, chocolate, and cinnamon. Okay. Wow, but this box is so cool, man. I think the box is like better than the gift. Look at that. That is like the coolest box ever. They probably gave these out to their employees. But if you can see that there, it's got Satoshi Labs on it. Oh, yeah. That is such a nice little box, man. Very cool. And if you're wondering why they didn't give me any products, they'll give me products when I ask for them. I think a while back I did a little favor for Trezor. I'm sorry, I did a little favor for Ledger, and they were like, "Well, we can't pay you. It's not in the budget to pay you anything, but we can send you some swag." And they sent me like 4 Trezor. They sent me like 4 Ledger Nano X's. Hey, Kitty. Hey. Oh, Kitty. Oh. Get down. I know you're curious. Yeah, so that's it. So just wanted to point out what great people and they're devoted to crypto custody. You know, these companies that make these products are not in it for the quick buck. They genuinely care about crypto custody, Bitcoin custody, and I do too, and they appreciate the fact that, you know, my channel is not a hype channel. It's devoted to education and, you know, step-by-step instructions. And now Kitty's down there playing with the plastic. And they, you know, they reached out to me during the holiday season with some great thank you gifts, and I just wanted to share them with you guys. I don't know if you're interested in any of this stuff. I don't know that you can get the candy. You might be able to get the case. And of course, you know, the hardware wallets. So anyway, let's go over to the main screen here. I want to thank those of you who are here. Dan is here. Dan bought some of the Trump NFTs yesterday, which apparently sold out already, which is pretty interesting. Boy, this hot cocoa is good. It's starting to snow here in Michigan. We've got some light flurries right now, but it's looking pretty cool. Yeah, Kitty just left to go to the metaverse. So thank you, everyone that is here. Barista, Zabi, OG Slithers. I just started watching 2 months ago. You've been very helpful. Thank you. Ryan McCormick, Tim Bainbridge, thank you for being here. OG, I've got a burning question about the hardware wallets. I have heard through the grapevine that Ledger was recently hacked. Can anyone reading confirm this? There are a lot of sensational stories that talk about Ledger devices being hacked, and it is possible if someone has their hands on a hardware device to break it open with a soldering iron, and there is a very slim attack surface if you know what you're doing. And usually what they crack is the pin, which gives them access to the device. But this is not something that normal users really need to be worried about. These attacks, I guess, I think that it's overblown. I guess that's what I'll try to say. So, first of all, I am the one that has physical possession of this device, right? I am not going to leave it laying around for someone to steal. And the guys that are hacking devices are usually white hat hackers, and there are people that focus on that sort of thing. They're not the kind of people that creep around at night and break into people's houses and steal their devices. So the chance of your device being hacked is 0 to nil. And they have never been hacked remotely, right? So when you see a video or a headline or something that says the Ledger device has been hacked, that's a very specific case, and it's not a remote hack. So that you're perfectly fine to use the device. And you might say, oh, well, what if somebody steals my device? You know, well, that's the same for everything, right? If you've got, you know, your bank account, you've got your gold coins, you've got your family heirlooms, your fine china, all that stuff is vulnerable to thieves, right? So that's not really an argument against owning a Ledger device. It's not an argument against owning gold coins. It's not an argument against having fine art in your house. You know, this whole, oh, somebody might steal it argument is kind of moot, right? That's why you put doors and lock your windows and your doors at night. All right. So anyway, the other hack that happened a while back was the leaking of their customer data, but that was not a hack of their Ledger Live software or their device, right? It just released personal information, and it gave information for scammers to try to contact Ledger owners and trick them into revealing their backup phrases. So no, these hardware devices are safe to use. I don't know. I get it. I get it. You're worried someone's going to steal all your crypto. I get it. But it's very slim attack surface, and the number of people in this world that have the skills to hack the device is probably less than 10, right? It's not like a common thing for people to know how to hack a Ledger device. Anyway, let's see. Yes, Doug Weeks mentioned the stolen emails. The main hack that people will get from hardware wallets is being tricked into revealing their 24-word recovery phrase. That is the number one hack. And that's not even a hack, right? That's a social engineering attack where someone is contacted through a website or through a DM, Telegram, WhatsApp, and tricked into revealing their backup phrase. As I mentioned with the crypto tag, the backup phrase is the most important part of your hardware wallet, right? That backup phrase is the private key. So you cannot reveal that to anyone. And so what happens is people get tricked into revealing it online or in a chat window, and then they wonder why their hardware wallet was emptied out, right? And they cry foul. They think someone reached in across the internet and stole the crypto out of their wallet. That's not what happened. The device was not hacked. The user was hacked. The user revealed their backup phrase, and then the attacker took that backup phrase and restored his own device, gained access to all the crypto stored under that private key, and moved it to his own wallet, right? So no one has hacked a Ledger or a Trezor, remotely. Let's see. I wanted to Trezor. Whoops. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. It's like, well, that's one. Yeah. Trezor. Very cool. Let me pop out chat so I can see what you guys are talking about and maybe answer some questions. Some unboxing black on black ledger. It is sleek. Oh, if you're unboxing the black on black ledger, you might want to check out this video that I just dropped last week. It's a step-by-step unboxing and setup of the Ledger Nano X, specifically my Ledger Nano X black on black market edition. So you might want to follow along with that video if you have never done this before. Merry Christmas from Goofball. I had an old Nano S I bought on Amazon, third party. I didn't use it anyway to check if it's a clean unit. Yes. If first of all, you can buy a Ledger device from Best Buy, right? Best Buy sells them. You can buy them on Amazon. I believe they're even sent from Ledger. I don't know about that. Let's check real quick. Sorry. Let's see here. Shopping. Okay. That's Amazon Choice. Who is this coming from? It says visit the Ledger store. Yeah, so I'm thinking that Ledger probably has a deal with Amazon, a distribution deal where they'll send, a certain number of them to Amazon, and Amazon just warehouses them, and you can buy them through Amazon and get them faster than Ledger. But Ledger usually sends them DHL. So even if you buy them from France, they're going to come. But to answer your question, if you have a Ledger device and you have just bought it and you want to check it to see if it's genuine or not, all you have to do is connect it to your computer and run Ledger Live, right? Let's see here. Help. Right, we just go to device setup. We launch the device setup and say, oh, I already have a recovery phrase. I just want to connect it. Or you go through the setup or whatever. But you can run the genuine check directly from Ledger Live. So now, if you even, let's say some scammer tries to send you a Ledger device that he's already set up, and he provides you a PIN and a passphrase, a 24-word passphrase. That's a scam. But if it's a genuine Ledger device, all you have to do is reset it, and it wipes, right? There's no way the scammer is ever going to know the new phrase that you generate when you initialize the device. It's random. So you can wipe it and use it as new. And all you have to do is connect it to your computer with a USB cable, and it will do the genuine check. And if it tells you it's a genuine device, then you're golden, right? I don't know. A lot of people get real paranoid about ordering a Ledger on Amazon. But if it comes in the box and it's sealed, and when you turn it on, it takes you to the welcome screen and passes the genuine check, then it's real, right? Even if it's been opened, even if they've tried to set it up with their own passphrase to try to fool you, it's still, if it's a genuine device, all you have to do is reset it. And once you've reset it, then whoever tried to scam you by setting it up and giving you their 24-word passphrase, they can't touch you anymore, right? You have a brand new device. This Ledger device can be reset an infinite number of times. So if I'm worried that for some reason my passphrase has been compromised in any way or form, I reset the device to factory and start again. Got a brand new seed phrase, master private key. All right? So you could buy it from some dude on the street and take it home, do a full factory reset, check it on Ledger Live to make sure it's genuine. Boom, you got yourself a perfect device. I hope that answers the question about, whether it's safe to buy a Ledger device on Amazon. All right? Perfectly safe. Just don't, if someone gives you a pre-existing passphrase or, a pre-existing PIN, then just throw those away and start new. Don't ever use, if someone sends you a Ledger with a 24-word passphrase already on there, then don't do that. I like this. Okay, yeah, no problem. Let's see. I want to go back a little bit. Cooney Orney Farm, first live stream. Thanks for helping me with the new Ledger Nano X. This is kind of a earlier time than normal. I usually do these at 6 on Saturday, so it's PM, and so we start around 2:10. So maybe I'll get a different segment of the population, right? The kids went to school for a half day today. I picked my daughter up at 11:30, and now we're home, and they'll be on Christmas break for the next 2 weeks. So it's time to kick back and relax. And, I got these gifts from Ledger, and I figured that was so cool. And so I wanted to open them up with you guys. You're a boomer and technophobic. Well, don't be technophobic. don't be afraid of technology, right? It's all on you, right? And you know, even more so than say a phone or a computer, a hardware device and a crypto hardware wallet is even more of relies on you than anything else, right? If you've got a bad iPhone, you know, you go to the Apple store. You know, if you got a bad computer, you know, you call Dell or HP or whatever. There's always someone there to help you, right? With crypto, you are totally responsible. Now, if you get a bad device that's defective, then they can help you with that kind of stuff through, you know, support. But if you lose your passphrase or your 24-word backup phrase, or you send your crypto to the wrong address, that kind of stuff, that's all on you. So it's a good mindset to get into. We live in this very convenient Western society where people just are no longer self-reliant as they were back in the early days of this great country. You know, people were out there chopping down trees and building log cabins, and they were self-reliant, right? They weren't looking for anybody to help them, you know, especially the government, right? They built their own houses, grew their own crops, you know, made their own clothes. But now we live in this, you know, highly technical society, and people have just sort of given up on self-reliance, right? They're ready to just like, oh, I got a problem, I go to an expert, right? You know, I'll tell you what an expert is. An expert is a person who knows more and more about less and less until they know everything about nothing. So, you know, it's kind of a whole different mindset, right? You have to learn to be self-reliant when it comes to crypto. You have to do your own research. You have to learn how it works, and you have to be totally responsible for your actions, right? You can't just blame it on somebody else if you write down your passphrase wrong, or if you hand out your passphrase to somebody on Telegram. You know, that's all on you. So, and don't be afraid, right? It's very liberating to learn to be self-reliant and to learn how to use this technology because it does rely on you, right? It does. There's nobody else out there connected that's, you know, that's calling the shots, right? You call the shots. That's what I love about crypto. Let's see. Someone asked me, can you explain about this NFT offer for the Stax? Yeah. So basically, if you have a Ledger market NFT, right? So there was in the Ledger market, right? I'm going here to the Discover section of Ledger Live. There's this Ledger market. You go into the Ledger market, and then you go here to Genesis Pass, right? This Genesis Pass NFT has been around since November, and you can go buy it. You can buy it on Rarible. I can't remember if the first one was, I forget. I bought mine. I don't know if I bought it on Ledger or Rarible or OpenSea. I thought that I bought it directly from Ledger. I can't remember. No, I think I did go to an online. So that's first of all. You need to have bought this NFT, right? So this link will take you to the Rarible website where you could buy the Genesis Market Pass NFT, right? And once you have that NFT in your wallet, right? I've got a Ethereum wallet here in Ledger Live. And you'll notice here that I have the Ledger Market Pass Genesis Edition, right? So once you have that once you have that NFT in your wallet, then you are eligible for a lot of different things. The first was the Ledger Black on Black NFT, which I was able to claim. They gave me an NFT to claim this device, which I did, and it was kind of included in the price. But when the Ledger Stax came along, you had to already own the NFT, the Genesis Pass NFT. And if you had the Genesis Pass NFT, then you were eligible to also purchase the Ledger Stax. Right? Okay, so let's see. I'll view this. Yeah, so yeah. And it's 0.22 Ethereum, right? And you had to mint it from within your Ledger Live marketplace. And it had to verify, you had to verify that you had the Ledger Genesis Pass NFT in your wallet. So there's a lot of like things that, you know, that were going on at the same time, right? You had to have the Genesis Pass NFT. And once you did this and connected to your wallet, your Ethereum wallet, then you had to also have 0.22 ETH in there to make this trade, right? And once I made the trade, then I got a couple of additional NFTs in my Ethereum wallet. So if you look at my Ethereum wallet, you'll see that I have this Ledger Stax redemption token NFT, right? Now, this NFT has a one use. So it's like a coupon. So when I think it's December 19th, which will be in a couple of days, I can go to the Ledger Marketplace and actually claim this Stax using this redemption NFT, like I did my Black on Black Ledger Nano X. So I know it's a little bit complicated. I don't know if that's the answer you wanted to hear, but that's the long and short of it. You also got this little piece of art when you minted. And if you have the Genesis Pass and you have not minted this yet, then you probably could still get both the redemption token and the little NFT art, which is random, right? It'll be just a random NFT. So yeah, I don't know. Saturday is the 17th. So next Monday will be when we can actually redeem this NFT for a Stax. But the Stax won't ship until March anyway. So, but it'll, you know, you'll have ordered it, you know, and it'll connect you to the Ledger shop when you do that. Can two people share the same Trezor device using different passphrases so we don't share or see the amount of access the other person's balances? Yes. Is this possible? Yes, it is. If you use passphrases, right? So when you connect your Trezor, let's say I have this Trezor and I've got some crypto stored on it. I'm just gonna put in my my PIN code here real quick. All right, let's go ahead and launch Trezor Suite. You'll have to have Trezor Suite set up, right? So I have my device attached with the cable. And so when we get into Trezor Suite, you'll hit this login, right? Now, the standard wallet, anyone can view the standard wallet, right? It's based on the 12-word recovery phrase that you get when you initialize the device. So you can choose to maybe put some crypto in the standard wallet or not, it doesn't matter. But when you come into Trezor Suite, now it's asking, you can click standard wallet with no password, or you can enter a passphrase. So and access the hidden wallet, right? And it wants me to click on my Trezor, which I'll do. It checks my balance. And so, you know, at this point, my roommate or my spouse or my significant other is in the other room, right? I'm doing this on my own. And I can see the balance that the only person that can access this balance is me, right? Because I'm the only person that knows that secret passphrase. The device can be shared, right? Now that I'm done here, if I log out of this wallet, I think you can log out. Yeah, we just eject. Well, I think it ejects the entire device, which is fine. Oh, but the wallet is still connected. Okay. And I can still go back into the standard wallet, which in this scenario would most likely be empty, right? But in my case, there's some crypto in the standard wallet. But let's just assume, you know, that we keep the standard wallet empty, right? I've disconnected from my secret wallet, right? The one that had that Bitcoin in it. Well, now I can leave the room, and my spouse, roommate, significant other can come in and sit down and go into their hidden wallet, add their passphrase, different passphrase. They'll enter it, open it. It'll be their balance, not mine, right? They won't see my balance, and I won't see their balance, right? As long as we're in, you know, different rooms when we access our wallet, right? If he or she's looking over my shoulder, then they'll see my balance. Now, they may not know my passphrase, but it's up to you. I mean, so you can hide the wallet and the balance and just be sharing one device, right? So if you want to do it that way. Although I would suggest that you both keep a copy of the backup phrase, the 12-word backup phrase, in case something happens to the device, or one, you know, you get, there's a breakup or a divorce or a misunderstanding and one person runs off with the device, the other person can buy a different device and restore it. And even if that one person runs off with the device, they still won't have access to the, you know, the leftover person's hidden wallet, right? Because you can't crack these things, right? They're only going to give you like a couple of tries before they shut you out, right? Then you have to do a restore. So yeah, you could share the device and very easily. It's pretty cool the way the Trezor works. You could pretty much do the same thing with the ledger, but on the ledger, you have to enter the passphrase on the device. It's a little more tricky. Can we stake Ledger ADA through Ledger? If so, can we do a tutorial? You cannot. You can store ADA in Ledger Live, but there is no staking available yet within the ADA account, right? You can store your ADA and you can see your token balances, but there's no staking in Ledger Live. So if you want to do ADA staking, then you need to go over to like adalite.com or IO, pardon me, adalite.io. And using this web interface and, you know, connecting your hardware wallet, you can do that. I don't have any ADA on this Trezor, so it would have to be my Ledger. I don't have any ADA on this one either. I have a little bit of ADA on this guy. So you connect your device, enter your PIN, and you may have noticed that I didn't have very much ADA in this wallet. But, you know, if we go into the ADA app, the Cardano app, if I can do this. Yeah. So if you go into, if you're in the Cardano app, when you click on this website, you connect your device, and then you have access to the wallet. Now, don't think that your ADA is being stored in this website. That's not how it works. The ADA is stored on the ADA blockchain, and the private keys for the wallet are on my device. I'm just using this website as an interface so that I can see my balance and manage, right? Notice that's that same wallet, right? Same wallet. We're just using a different website. Now, with ADA Lite, you can do stakes, right? You can delegate and stake your ADA using this website. You can also use Daedalus. To do this. Now, I know a lot of people, when I say third-party wallet, they shut down mentally. They're like, oh, no, 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 no. I want to use Ledger Live. I want to see it in Ledger Live. Has to be Ledger Live. Usually what they don't even say Ledger Live. It's just like, I want to see it on my Ledger. I'm like, well, it's not so. They mean Ledger Live, I'm like, this device can interface with literally hundreds of third-party wallets, like Daedalus or ADA Lite or Yori, and there's like hundreds of third-party wallets that are, you can use your Ledger device with, right? But people, they shut down mentally and they're like, no, I want to see it in Ledger Live. Why limit yourself to just Ledger Live, right? It's a great wallet interface, and it does support quite a few cryptocurrencies. But if there's a crypto out there that you want to manage safely and securely with the private keys on your device, and it's not supported in Ledger Live, but it is supported in a third-party wallet like ADA Lite or even MetaMask, you can use your Ledger device with MetaMask. Learn how to do it. It's not rocket science, anyone can learn. There's hundreds of tutorials out there on how to do all this stuff, right? So don't shut down mentally when someone tells you that Ledger Live doesn't support the crypto you want to. I get that a lot. I'll get people, I'll just wait till it comes to Ledger Live. I'm like, okay. If you'd have told me that in 2018, you'd still be waiting to stake your ADA. And here I've been staking my ADA since a couple years now, right? And just think of all the ADA that I earned staking using a third-party wallet like Daedalus or ADA Lite, and you're still sitting here waiting for it to be supported in Ledger Live. Like, I missed out on a bunch of ADA that you could have earned through staking because you were too leery of using a third-party wallet. Anyway, I'll stop lecturing. I'll stop. Tell him to stop. Dan, tell me to stop. Let's see. Can you use your debit card on Ledger Live to buy crypto? No. Really, actually, the answer is if you go into Ledger Live to buy crypto, okay, right, they're going to give you, I guess they are, which payment method? So Visa, MasterCard, Google Pay, Apple Pay, or bank transfer. This is new. I didn't know they had all this stuff. Okay. Let's see. Bank transfer. Okay. Okay. See, it's not going to connect directly to your bank, right? You're going to have to use one of these third-party payment processors, Ramp, Coinify, or MoonPay. And if you recall, I don't want to talk smack about anybody, but MoonPay was involved in this whole NFT scandal that where a bunch of celebrities now, like Fallon and Madonna and are being, sued, class action suit for promoting crypto without revealing that they were compensated. And this was through Bored Ape Yacht Club, but MoonPay was involved in, the underhandedness of how these celebrities were compensated, right? MoonPay was sort of giving them the white glove treatment and saying, okay, you transfer us 500K and we'll make sure that, we buy you a NFT and store it in a wallet. Because celebrities are too busy to stop with their busy day, of signing autographs or taking selfies to like sit down and learn how to use an Ethereum wallet, and how to put Ethereum in the wallet and go to the Bored Ape Yacht Club Rarible or whatever OpenSea and actually buy an NFT and store it in their own wallet, right? So anyway, MoonPay, I always thought they were a little ganky. I won't say they're a scam. They're not a scam. They're a third-party payment processing service. But if you're using your credit card or even your debit card to buy crypto, you're going to run into limits that your debit card has. Like most debit cards aren't going to let you spend $5,000 in one day. Most debit cards have like a daily use limit. Like usually it's like 1,000. I don't know. Maybe you've got like a super duper debit card that'll let you buy $5,000 worth of Bitcoin. But most debit cards have pretty, relatively low compared to what you might want to use for crypto, daily limits, right? So if you try to buy $1,200 worth of crypto, then your debit card is going to like red flag it. And that's beyond your limit, and they'll decline it, right? So using debit cards and I don't know about Google Pay or Apple Pay. I don't know. Maybe Apple Pay works pretty well with the OC. You still have to use Ramp to use Apple Pay, right? See, basically you're going on a third-party exchange to do this, right? So why do all these, and most of these are European based, because Ledger is a European company, right? Why not just, learn how to use Coinbase? It's a above board, American, US based cryptocurrency exchange that's easy to use, right? And you can deposit like 25,000 in there, and trade crypto, and it's safe, right? So, I don't know. I wouldn't recommend using a debit card or a credit card. Well, I definitely wouldn't recommend buying crypto on credit, right? It's not a good life plan. But you have to assess your own risks. But anyway, yeah. So yes, you can use, I didn't see a debit card option here. These mostly look like they're actually using the credit function of the card, right? Like if you have a Chase card that's a debit card that it has a Visa logo on it, you can use it as a credit card. But I don't know, right? But yeah, the answer to your question is if you're really intent on using a debit card for Ledger Live, then more power to you. But just be aware of all those limitations I mentioned. Not to mention, I've heard that depending on what you're doing, sometimes not just your bank or your credit card might decline the transaction, but MoonPay might too. So if we do like MoonPay, Coinify, Ramp, Mercurio, all of these guys have their own policies, right? And you have to go through KYC to get set up, right? You're going to have to give them your ID, might have to take a selfie, might have to give them your social security number. I don't know what, but, and, all these people that are talking about, oh, I don't want to share my personal information with anybody. I don't want them to take a picture. So, I mean, if you're trying to use a credit card to buy crypto, there's going to be a record of that. If you're using crypto, why stop? I mean, if you're using a credit card to try to buy crypto, they're going to know who you are, where you are, what your address is, and everything else. So why worry about the selfie? It's like, yeah. Anyway, yeah. I think people just get the idea that, oh, I can just go to Ledger and buy it, and no one will ever know, I'll just give them my debit card. And, yeah. No, it's not Ledger. It's Ledger in partnership with these third-party services. And as long as you're using a third-party service, why not use a reputable cryptocurrency exchange like Coinbase, BINANCE US, KuCoin, Kraken? There's so many, US-based, safe, secure crypto exchanges that you can use. All you got to do is learn how to transfer your crypto between your wallet and your exchange. That's not rocket science either. Sit down with a YouTube video for, 15 minutes and you got it. Let's see. You can stake ADA using your Ledger on Nami wallet also. That's good. And Eternal or Daedalus, right. So Dan is also pointing out there's some other wallets that you can stake your ADA in. Eternal is not a bad wallet, right? It's a browser-based extension, and you can connect your Ledger device to it as well, so it's safe and secure. What is your favorite BT seller on Ledger Live? I think I don't buy my Bitcoin on Ledger Live, so I don't know. I buy my Bitcoin on Coinbase or BINANCE US or sometimes KuCoin, but I have to transfer crypto over there to them. Or I get paid in Bitcoin when, for affiliate stuff, that kind of thing. I buy my crypto on these centralized exchanges. And then when I'm done, I store it in my own wallet, right? Yeah. I really, really tried to do this because I was going to do a video on how you use these services. And I did Coinify, and then things kind of changed, and then it didn't work right anymore, and I don't know, it just kind of got weird. And then MoonPay, my Chase Bank declined MoonPay. When I tried to use my Chase card, for MoonPay, they declined it. And they were like, we don't support this, whatever they called them, this vendor, right? We don't support this vendor. I'm like, okay. Like I said, these are all European based. And if you're in the US, your bank may not trust them, right? So it may not work. Your credit card might get declined when you try to use these third-party services. Even if you go through all the hoops, you jump through all this stuff, give them your ID and everything else, and you're in good with them, right? But then your bank will decline the transaction because they don't trust Coinify, or they don't trust MoonPay, or they think someone's using your card to do something funky because you're in the US and these services are over in Europe. And so your bank flags it like, oh, this doesn't look right. He's usually down at Meijer or the gas station buying gas with his credit card or whatever. And all of a sudden now some charge comes through from Slovakia or, and they're like, whoa, this is not kosher. So, yeah. And if you live in Europe, then your bank may not raise an eyebrow if you use these processing services. But I would prefer to use just a regular exchange. That's what I'm comfortable with. Maybe I'm just too old. Let's see here. Mustafa Lamb is here. Kenneth Wiedner is here. Thanks for being here. Stop lecturing me, Rex. Dear, Dan told me to stop. That's good. Let's see. Anybody else? I wanted to. There were some news stories that broke lately, and one of them was that Sam Bankman-Fried was arrested in the Bahamas. That's. I mean, you probably heard that story. Which I wanted to, I don't know, I probably won't be able to find this story on Zero Hedge. Is his name Bankman? Like as in bank? Yeah, I don't know. Not every story uses his last name. Sometimes they just use FTX. But there was a very interesting story. Which I can't find. But basically, what they were saying was that it was very curious timing that he got arrested on Tuesday in the Bahamas when he was scheduled to testify before Congress virtually. And the author of the article was kind of like, why would the Justice Department, I'm sure it's not like the Bahamas authorities just decided that it's time to arrest this guy. I'm sure they were contacted by the U.S. Department of Justice, right? So why did the Justice Department decide to arrest this guy the day before he was scheduled to testify? And he would have said all kinds of incriminating stuff, because when he was due to testify before Congress and answer questions, not just from, his friends, the Democrats, but also Republicans, right? So they were going to ask him all kinds of questions about, what he did when and who he donated to and all that kind of stuff. He could have given the Justice Department a wealth of prosecutable statements, right? Because he wouldn't have been under Miranda protection or anything. He wouldn't have been covered under self-incrimination or anything because he wasn't arrested, right? He was just voluntarily testifying. Well, the Justice Department decided to have him arrested and thrown in a cell, so now he can't talk, right? So it was very interesting timing that they chose to arrest him the day before he was going to testify before Congress, right? Smacks of like the fix is in, or right, whatever. Also, another big story going on today is Binance. Apparently, Binance is they've been trying, and there's been a bank run on Binance. People are withdrawing their crypto en masse. But you got to remember, Binance is not FTX. FTX wasn't even around until like 2020, right? It was just kind of a fly-by-night venture that some young people thought they could like get rich quick and do a cryptocurrency exchange if they threw enough money at the right people and did all kinds of marketing and got celebrities to endorse them and everything. But they didn't know how to manage crypto and or money, right? Binance has been around since the early days of the crypto. They're totally secure. I'm sure they've got assets like stashed all over the place, right? CZ is, who's the CEO of Binance, is a very smart man. He claims Canadian citizenship, even though ethnically he's Chinese. And not to be racist, but most Chinese are very careful with their money. I don't want to like categorize people just because of their nationality, but the Chinese are very have always had a reputation of being frugal with their money, and they don't like borrow more than they can afford to pay back. They, they don't, like if you get two guys, you get like just a Native American guy, I don't Native American, but just like, a Midwesterner like myself and a Chinese guy, it would be much more likely that if he wanted to buy a used car, that he would pay cash for it. And I might go to the bank and get a loan, right? So Chinese are famous for being very frugal. So you could bet that CZ has all the crypto that's deposited on his exchange. He could pay it all back if everyone withdrew everything and more, right? And people, I saw one article that was trying to badmouth him, and he, CZ had said, "Oh, I've got 1-to-1 coverage for all the crypto being stored by my users on my site, plus extra for emergencies." And the guy was like, "What kind of emergencies is he talking about?" Well, don't you remember back in 2019 when Binance got hacked? They got hacked for I don't remember what it was, like $14 million of user funds that were drained by a hacker. And the next day, Binance made them all whole again. Those are emergencies, right? So no one's going to make Binance disappear by withdrawing their crypto from Binance. It's just not going to happen. They might think they are, right? And I'm sure there's some deep-pocketed individuals that, are like trying to pass rumors around to make people think that Binance is in financial straits. It's not. I could be wrong, but I don't think they are. They've been around forever. They've been around since the early days of crypto. But that's the big story now. And because people are worried that Binance is about to fail, Bitcoin price is below 17 again. I don't know. That's pretty much the news here. Let's see. Thanks, Dan. I mean, if it's like someone's holding a fake BTC, and if one can verify and confirm, like checking a block explorer. What's this question? How does one validate if they're holding a paper BTC or the real BTC? There really is. I mean, you can go on. That's a good question, Suresh. You can go on like FTX, and even Binance allows. Like you can trade futures, Binance futures, and you can, Bitcoin futures. I believe you can trade futures on Binance. You can leverage yourself on Binance. So in effect, that's sort of like paper Bitcoin in a way. But I mean, there's also, there are the Commodities and Exchange Commission, the CMT, I believe they have some Bitcoin futures that you can trade on paper as well. And Grayscale, if you buy stock in Grayscale, that's sort of like paper Bitcoin. But Bitcoin is Bitcoin, right? I don't know what you mean if someone's trying to send you Bitcoin and you think it might be fake. That's not possible, right? If you have a Bitcoin wallet, and you put the Bitcoin in your Bitcoin wallet, it's Bitcoin, right? There's no fake Bitcoin out there. Only if it's on paper, right? If you're dealing with some kind of broker or it's on an exchange. If it's on an exchange and you think the exchange is in trouble, then put the Bitcoin in your wallet and see, right? There's no way they can send fake Bitcoin to a wallet. It just doesn't work like that. Interesting question, though. How do you know? Thank you, Deborah. She bought the Ledger BC. Helpful content. Man, this chocolate cocoa is good. I don't drink cocoa that often. I'm a black coffee man usually. If you can't verify the coins in the main chain, then it's not real. There is a testnet BTC, but it's a different chain. Yeah, that makes sense too. Right. I would stick with, if you're using a hardware wallet and you've like a Ledger or a Trezor, I don't think they may have the testnet chains. I'm not sure if you can like go onto the test chains or not. I don't know. I mean, you can do it over in MetaMask. You can do like Ethereum test nets and stuff like that. But, stick with the regular chain. And always send small amounts before you transfer crypto from one place to another, right? If you have some crypto somewhere and you want to transfer it maybe to a test net to play with it, right? Usually the test net will tell you don't send real crypto to this address. So anyway, I'm pretty sure, I've never had any desire to, but I don't think you can like do a test net. There's no test net Bitcoin chains in Ledger Live that I'm aware of, right? You have to go out of your way to get it. Only invest what you can afford to use. Very wise advice from Dan. Scam, bankrupt, fraud. Right, that's right. Let's see. I don't know if there was some other news item. Let's check Crypto CoinDesk, see what's going on over there. Bitcoin finishes roller coaster week near where it started. I'll be talking about a lot of this tomorrow night, of course. Death cross on the chart, right? Bitcoin auditor halts all work for crypto clients. Yeah, I don't think that has anything to do with the exchanges themselves. I think it's more of the auditor getting a lot of heat because a cryptocurrency exchange is not like a normal company that you can go into and audit, right? And I think CZ had a lot of rules when, he said, okay, I'm not going to, there's really no way to do a full audit of a virtual business anyway. You don't even know who the real owners are. But he only wanted them to verify his holdings based on the customer deposits rather than his additional holdings beyond that. And I think it was just kind of weird. And I think it had more to do with the fact that A, it was a cryptocurrency exchange, and B, it was, I don't know who these guys were, if they were an international firm or an American-based firm or whatever, but you're dealing with an entity that it wasn't a legal thing anyway, right? It's not like you were, under U.S. rules and regulations, you were coming into a business and performing an audit to make sure that no one was embezzling funds or cooking the books or anything. It was just kind of they were trying to give some kind of verification of BINANCE's holdings and a couple of others too, Crypto.com, a couple of others. But anyway, I think they were getting a lot of heat, a lot of questions, and so they didn't really want to be in the spotlight, so they just withdrew the audit statements from their website, mostly because they were probably being threatened with some kind of legal, threat. If you can't vouch for these guys unless blah blah blah, and so they were worried. They didn't want to incur any liability by vouching for them, so they just took down the audits from their website. But that doesn't mean that there's anything wrong with Binance, right? I think it just had to do with the political environment surrounding these audits. So we got a weekly death chart. We'll talk about that more tomorrow. Donald Trump released his NFT collection yesterday on the Polygon website. It kind of caught me by surprise. Dan already bought one. So otherwise, if they were still around, I might have bought one during the live stream. but I missed my chance, I guess. They're all sold out. I think there were like 4,500 of them, or 45,000, and they sold out yesterday. Pretty good. All right. So I'll do some more research tomorrow afternoon and, get the news stories kind of lined up in a row and try to get, more coherent news analysis tomorrow, right? Yeah. Okay. Dan bought 4. Cool. All right. Well, let's find out. Maybe Dan and I can talk about it. Maybe we could transfer it back and forth or whatever. Do something like that. Yeah, I'm going to do the show tomorrow night. I just wanted to do this quick show to open up the gifts that the affiliates had sent me, which I thought was really nice and which really touched me. CryptoDad and a crypto winner. Yeah, and it's snow. Well, I don't see any snow falling now, so I think it let up for now. But we're in a winter storm warning here in Grand Rapids for the next couple of days. So it might snow some more tonight. Anyway, yeah, I think I'll wrap it up. There's not a whole lot of people asking questions, and I really appreciate everyone kind of jumping in. I will do my live stream tomorrow, so don't worry. I've dropped a video earlier in the week on the Ledger Nano X setup, which I try to do those once a year at least. So it's always a bit long, but I think I covered a lot of material that I normally don't cover in my Ledger videos on kind of going back and forth between the phone app and the desktop app and making sure everything is synced up. So you might want to check that out if you're a new owner of a Ledger device. You need both the 24-word and passphrase to recover on another ledger. If a Ledger wallet is created with passphrase and if the wallet is lost, can a new wallet be restored with just the 24? No. If you have created a passphrase-based configuration, which means that you initialized your ledger, you wrote down your backup phrase, your 24-word backup phrase, you have that on a card, and then you entered a passphrase on your device and entered a new configuration, then if you lose your device, you will need to restore your device with your 24-word recovery phrase, and you'll need to re-enter that passphrase on the new device, right? The 24-word recovery phrase is not enough if you've used a passphrase to store crypto. But if you get a new device, restore it with your 24-word recovery phrase, and then enter your passphrase, you'll be back in that same configuration, and you'll have access to all of the crypto that you stored behind that configuration. But don't lose your passphrase. Don't forget your passphrase, because the 24-word backup phrase will be useless for all the crypto that you stored behind that passphrase. That's why I don't recommend passphrases for beginners. I don't recommend passphrase in general, right? Too easy to lose your crypto if you forget the passphrase, right? It's bad enough if people misplace their 24-word recovery phrases, which happens, right? And that's another disaster. But, you can store your 24-word recovery phrase and then forget your passphrase and lose access to all your crypto. So yes, you need both to do the recovery. Recover the device with the 24-word backup and then enter the passphrase to access the passphrase configuration. It's not rocket science. Yeah, as long as you got your passphrase, you're golden, right? And your 24 backup. Anyway, I'm going to sign out. Thank you. I will be here tomorrow, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Please join me for the live stream from Michigan, where you can throw out questions, and I'll do my best to get them answered. Hope to see you there. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. If you'd like to subscribe to my channel, I would appreciate it. When you subscribe, there's a little bell that you can click that will allow you to be alerted whenever I post new content. Once again, thanks for joining me, and hope to see you again.